dreaming wide awake. This is the life I make. I don't need a holiday to make me feel this way. Listen up, take a chance. You can sing, you can dance, you can live like there's no tomorrow. Give it time and you'll find there's a rule, there's a rhyme. Move along and the rest will follow.
I believe that Mexican kids, properly educated and knowledgeable, can go any university in the world and be at the same level or above, and most of our kids are on the dean's list at the university they attend. This is astonishing. We are a small school in Puerto Vallarta, but these kids now have independence, ambitions, and they're motivated to go for it. And that's really great to see, because when they come back to Mexico, they're going to carry that same spirit, that same entrepreneurial, I am who I am, and I can do something for this world. And that's going to be great.
Oh yeah! We shine like stars. We shine like stars. We shine like stars. We shine. But here we go now. We shine like stars. We shine like stars.
How this all began was this. I retired to Puerto Vallarta. I came here on a vacation and decided this was a place I wanted to live. I love the weather, I love the people, and I had a really wonderful time while I was here. I felt connected to the people in a way that I had never been in another country. So I was meeting with parents and talking to them about their kids and the problems that they were having, and I thought, these kids don't have a chance. What's going on here is that the kids are frustrated because they don't see any opportunity. A few years ago, I put on Facebook, in one word, how would you describe Harkness Institute? And I opened it up to the 6,000 followers we have of the school. But the word that came back the strongest was opportunity. And I felt so good about that because that is the germination of Harkness Institute. That's how we got started. And I went to a friend of mine who was on the board of Phillips Exeter, and he met some of the kids that we were talking to, and he invited them up for the summer program on scholarship. They came back from that scholarship given opportunity with a whole different attitude about what life was about. And these were the kids that impacted our Mexican kids and got them to understand there's a world of opportunity out there.
The children who really want to learn, who have dreams, these are the students we wanted to help. So it was actually after many years of seeing other schools, failures in schools, that we felt that some sort of an educational system could change and offer something for these students. Not rich students, because rich parents can send their students anywhere. But for students who really want to make a change in their lives and bring up their families. So that's what we were after.
Iniciamos con este proyecto educativo en el año 2010 con el deseo de ofrecer oportunidades para la educación de los líderes de México y del mundo, futuros líderes que consideramos este país y a la larga el mundo necesitan.
Yo le agradezco mucho a Harkness las cualidades de liderazgo, de speech, que muchas veces no lo ves hasta que te gradúas, y cómo tu personalidad es diferente allá afuera, cómo es que resaltas tanto allá afuera que dar un speech o dar cualquier plática se te hace tan fácil.
Personally, before Harkness, I was a very shy girl and I was afraid of public speaking. And when I got there and I heard that we had a public speaking class, I was terrified. But Harkness is such a safe place that it forced me to be the best version of myself and to stand up and give a speech, a 20-minute long speech. And I ended up really liking it and finding out that I'm actually good at it. And I won the Public Speaker of the Year award, and that's a skill set and the confidence that I got from that is something that I'll take with me my whole life.
We just arrived to the United Nations to deliver our speeches on why Tom Brady, Martin Luther King,
and Alan Turing
should be presidents of the United Nations. Wish us luck.
A machine can do art. No, it can't. Because a machine is not a human. A machine does not have the core of art, which is emotion. A machine does not have the ability to create by emotion, but you have the ability to create by emotion.
La escuela forja estudiantes que salen con capacidades de liderazgo en términos de trabajo en equipo, en términos de comunicación, que no cualquier otro estudiante de preparatoria tiene al momento de egresar.
Y así nace Harkness Institute con el método de la discusión en mesa redonda, donde cada opinión cuenta, cada ser humano es valorado. Hay intercambios de ideas, hay argumentos, hay a veces debates.
Like the principle of having fairness will never change. I think that's what the author.
These principles are like very tricky because who decides what's fair?
The teacher selects a certain topic and he or she gives us about 2 to 3 days to research about that topic, so everyone has the chance to, like, you have to research on your own. Like, it's your responsibility to do the research. You don't get the information given. You need to look for the information, and that takes time. But it also makes you learn how to do your own research and how to build up your arguments to be prepared to discuss. And then you come to class and we sit in a round table, everyone together, like at the same level, and we just start discussing. The teacher never interrupts. We have to ask our own questions and we have to dig into the subject until we have talked about all the different aspects of the topic.
Entonces ellos llegan a clase ya preparados con sus notas, no los dejamos ni con el celular ni con la computadora, simplemente con las notas hechas a mano sobre el material que se leyó. Y es libre la discusión, no hay una pregunta impuesta por el profesor. Nos gusta ver hacia dónde quieren ellos ir con ese texto, con ese tema.
Te enseña a no imponerte nada más porque yo quiero.
I had the confidence to know that my ideas would be listened, and I wasn't afraid of being wrong, because you really aren't necessarily wrong. You just have a different perspective.
Every time I have a conversation, even with my friends, you have this taste of how you want to share what you have learned, all your experience, and then every conversation in your life becomes a Harkness discussion, and it's beautiful.
Harkness is a place that broadens your horizons. It really makes it feel like there's no impossibles. When you start, you feel like you're a little piece in the whole world, but when you finish, you feel like the world is not that big, and that's because of all the things you learn that it just changes your view on life.
We now have kids in 16 countries in the world. They can participate in on a worldwide basis with worldwide opportunities. We have a boy in Abu Dhabi, NYU Abu Dhabi. We have a girl who is studying for a doctorate at the University of Utah. We have kids going to Spain, Sweden, Germany, France, Italy, all passionate about their prospects in life.
Los intercambios en el extranjero o los cursos de verano que nuestros estudiantes pueden tomar en el extranjero son experiencias que les cambian la vida.
So our students have learned when they've been on these exchange programs, even if it's only 2 weeks, they've learned that they're as good as anybody. They can compete with anybody in the world. And what I love is that it inspires our students to be proactive, to find opportunities for themselves.
I was fortunate to go to Choate, and I got the opportunity to meet people from all over the world, and you just realize that you're not so different and that the abilities that Harkness gives you just allow you to compete with people in a global level.
They were a life-changing presence in my life, and they continue to be so.
Porque regresan como otras personas, les brillan los ojos, son más emocionados con la vida, con la escuela.
Definitivamente, cuando regresó era otra niña. Sí, un brillo en los ojos, un brillo diferente, un brillo de querer conocer más, querer saber más.
Nos dio la oportunidad de soñar y de ver otras puertas que nosotros en un principio pues no habíamos pensado. Después de los años y viendo que mi hija está a punto de terminar ya un doctorado en neurociencia, y en el extranjero dice uno, bueno, ¿a qué hora se dio esto? Es algo que la verdad para mí estaba impensable o fuera del alcance.
I think it's time for Mexico to recognize that not just their rich people can change Mexico, not just their rich people have great ideas. And I love the idea that just an everyday kid can go for a dream and train himself and make his country better.
Harkness is certainly challenging, but that's what makes it great, because it forces you to be the best version of yourself. And although at the moment it may be very difficult and stressful because you have many different classes at the same time, when you finish, that's a big accomplishment. And then when you go off to college, you feel like it's not that difficult anymore, because if you can make it in Harkness, you can totally make it anywhere.
Por supuesto, si yo hubiera conocido, es más, la mitad de lo que conozco el día de hoy, a ojos cerrados, hubiéramos elegido Harkness.
Definitivamente nos da una forma de pensar sobre el liderazgo en la que se mueve lejos de la idea de que un líder es una persona que manda, sino que un líder es una persona que hace a otros crecer y que enseña y que comparte.
Allows them not only to, as I say, voice their own ideas, which is one of the key things of leadership, but also to listen to other ideas from other people, to understand that not everybody thinks the same as you do.
El Harkness da la oportunidad de formar buenos profesionistas a nivel académico, pero también buenas personas. Creo que es importante la parte ética de los jóvenes y es algo que aquí constantemente se está fomentando, en donde los jóvenes salen a las comunidades o salen a llevar acciones dentro de la sociedad para ayudar en la parte ecológica, en la parte social.
My wife graduated in art. She's in charge of the arts education program. Now, art education pushes the kids out of the left side of their brain to the right side of their brain, so that they are more creative, they have a chance to be more creative.
Encontramos que tienen una formación integral. La parte artística es importante y Gloria es excelente. La verdad es que todo lo que hacen es maravilloso. Yo creo que no soy la única mamá sorprendida de las capacidades de sus hijos.
Y hoy en día, la verdad, cuando nosotros, los estudiantes de Harkness, vamos a museos o vamos a cualquier lado o alcanzamos a ver alguna pintura o una obra famosa, somos capaces de poder dar un análisis que no cualquier otro estudiante tiene. Y es algo, la verdad, muy, muy, muy importante que me abrió a mí mucho, al menos a mí me agrada mucho haberlo metido dentro de mis capacidades que tengo.
Gloria Bender es la mejor maestra de arte que yo he conocido. Es estricta, altamente responsable, organizada. y tiene ese don de sacar lo mejor de cada estudiante que entra a su salón de clases, aún a estudiantes que pensaban que no tenían ningún talento artístico.
Now, I had a student a couple of years ago, and I wouldn't say that she was my strongest art student, but she applied to an art school in Florence, Italy. Now, I don't have any contacts in Florence, Italy, but she figured, why shouldn't I try? And she got accepted with 100% scholarship. So, I mean, the whole thing, the whole reason this happened is that she decided she's as good as anybody in the world and she's going to go for it.
Nuestro fundador, David Bender, es un visionario, es un soñador, es el que se atreve a intentar cosas diferentes que nadie más ha intentado aquí en la región, a pesar de todos los obstáculos que se puedan presentar. Es una persona que inspira a otros líderes que lo sigan y que crean en su sueño, que crean en su visión.
Y los señores Bender siempre estuvieron apoyando con sus cartas de recomendación, apoyando, motivando para que los sueños hicieron soñar a mi hija a que puede llegar muy lejos y le dieron los elementos para que lo pudiera lograr.
La verdad es que yo le debo muchísimo a Mr. Bender y a Miss Gloria. Fueron dos personas que me apoyaron mucho a la salida de mi secundaria. Ellos me dieron la oportunidad de poder irme de intercambio recién egresado de secundaria a Phillips Exeter Academy.
Creo que mi caso es un caso especial. Ellos me ayudaron ya que yo no iba a estudiar la preparatoria. Yo ya estaba a punto de no estudiar la preparatoria, no sé, dedicarme a trabajar. Y ellos fueron los que se acercaron a mí, vieron potencial en mí, me apoyaron muchísimo, tanto en becas como en palabra, en muchas cosas me ayudaron.
Es grato ver que ellos regresan, nos buscan el ratito que ellos están en Vallarta visitando familias, ya llegando de la universidad. Se hacen un tiempecito para venir a vernos y todos los que regresan a vernos nos dan las gracias y reconocen el hecho de que Harkness los preparó para la universidad muy bien.
So I've been able to, after that, go to college in the United States, and now I'm doing my PhD there. And it would not have been possible without David and Gloria Bender having seen my potential, and not only that, but fostering it further for me to know, hey, I can do this, and these are the tools that I have to do this.
Quisiera dar las gracias profundamente a Miss Gloria, Mr. Bender, Miss Petrus, a todos mis profesores de Harkness Institute y sobre todo a mis compañeros.
Yo creo que soy ese balance que entiende el sueño y la visión y lo hace realidad, lo pone en la práctica.
La maestra Diana, ella sí fue mi apoyo más directo en la escuela. Fue una maestra, una mentor para mí, una persona que realmente apoyó en lo académico, en lo personal, en los que a veces decía Marco, siéntate conmigo y vamos hablando de ti, vamos hablando de lo que está pasando en tu vida y cómo te puedo ayudar.
Y Miss Petrus es la mejor guía que pudimos tener para tener esa curiosidad sobre la lectura.
But she's also always passionate on seeing how they progress throughout their lives. Even after they graduate, she's always trying to see how they're doing and how she can always be doing more for the Harkness. And she can find new schools that she can send students from the Harkness Institute to, both in Mexico and abroad.
Solo me queda decir que estoy muy agradecido de formar parte de este proyecto que ya alcanza 10 años. Estoy muy contento de formar parte de ser maestro fundador.
Muchas felicidades por sus 10 años. Muchas gracias por su apoyo durante estos 10 años.
Teachers at university have told us some of my best students, I always find are from Harkness. And I don't know how you do it. And I said, come and see how we do it. Because I think you need to learn this method as well.
Oh yeah, we shine like stars. Oh yeah, we shine like stars, like stars. shine like stars. We shine like stars. We shine